Hey everybody, it's Angie from Trips with Angie, and today I'm going to share my review of the February 25th, 2023 sailing on the Celebrity Solstice. Hopefully you're a subscriber, so you've already seen my ship tour, but if you're not, I'd love for you to just subscribe. I am in the hunt for 10,000 subscribers this year. You'll get great ship tours, reviews, all-inclusive resort reviews, and some exciting upcoming trips to Japan and Canada. So just click that subscribe, turn that notification on. Also, if you'd like to get these cruise reviews delivered right to your inbox, just click on the link in the first comment. Before we get into my normal review where I list a category and how I ranked it from 0 to 10, I have to talk about this itinerary. So this itinerary was we embarked, and then our first stop was Catalina Island. Then we had a couple sea days. Then we had Cabo San Lucas. Then we had a sea day, and then we went back to San Diego. Well, since San Diego was our first port of call after visiting a foreign port, everyone had to get off the ship. So it was a full disembarkation and go through an immigration check where they checked our passports. So for us, this was fine. We were planning to get off anyway. We got an early disembarkation time. For other folks who just wanted to stay on board, which was a lot of people since the cruise started in Los Angeles and San Diego is just a short drive or train right away, had to go through that whole process, disembark, wait in line, and then wait till the entire ship had been cleared to get back on. I probably would not book an itinerary like that again, where you stop in a US port before you get to your final disembarkation port. So keep that in mind when you're looking at upcoming itineraries and weigh whether or not you will be getting off the ship in that port. If you're getting off the ship in that port, it's not a big deal, but if you like to have that last day as a sea day, maybe something to keep in mind. All right, to the review. So as always, we're gonna start with the cabin. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. We were in a concierge veranda cabin that I got through the bid up process. So Celebrity sends out these emails ahead of your cruise allowing you to bid to upgrade your cabin, and we won our bid. Now, the cabin overall was great. It had a good size. It was fairly efficient. So where do my deductions come from? Well, one, I do not like that in these cabins, you either have the bed or the couch right next to the closet. It makes it real. I mean, you have like this much room between the closet and the couch or the bed, and it makes it really inconvenient when you're trying to get your clothes out, trying to move things around. So I don't like that at all. I also don't like that the TV only faces the couch, and I like when it's on a swivel so you can kind of determine if you want to watch TV in bed, if you want to watch TV on the couch, because I don't know if you're like me, and let me know in the comments, that couch turns into just a catch-all for clothes, backpacks, any of our stuff, and we don't spend a lot of time sitting there. Now, I love having it because I love having that spot to kind of throw everything that's off the floor, but we're not gonna sit there and watch TV. So that was another deduction. And then there are no outlets next to the bed. So you gotta run that extension cord if you have a CPAP machine. Also, it's just nice to charge your phone next to your bed. So that's why I gave it an 8.5 instead of a 10. Overall ship condition, 7 out of 10. Oh, this girl needs some love. So the Celebrity Solstice wasn't exactly on the same dry dock schedule as a lot of the other Celebrity ships because it was spending its seasons in Asia and Australia, and it's really starting to show. Now, the crew does a tremendous job with what they have. It is exceptionally clean. We always saw people cleaning. In fact, it was one of the best pool deck crews I've ever seen on any cruise we've been on, but there's just so much wear and tear starting to show. And it's not just on like the physical structure of the ship, it's some of the furniture. Here, you have to see these chairs from the aft ocean view bar. They're like teeny tiny chairs and they look like they're gonna collapse if you sit on them. The wood's worn. I don't know, it just needs a little bit of updating. Also, around the solarium, the wood is really starting to get worn. There was a couple even soft spots where you step and you're like, oh, watch out. Our girl just needs some TLC. Hopefully, now that sailings are resuming more regularly, she'll be back on a more aggressive dry dock schedule. Casual dining, a 6 out of 10. Now, if you've watched my other cruise review videos, you're gonna be like, what? I usually do not rank anything this low. I'm generally very positive about the experiences we've had on board. I gotta be honest, Celebrity needs to work on its casual dining experience. So first, you may have read the rumors online. There have been cutbacks in the dinner buffet. Now, I understand. They want to cut back waste. I want to cut back waste. We don't want a lot of food going uneaten, but it is a noticeable difference. It's about a fourth of what would traditionally have been there in previous years. Now, the lunch buffet is huge. It has all kinds of different options. It's really nice. You have a ton of things made to order. You like the pasta, the pizza, the stir fry, the grill. So the lunch buffet is really lovely. The breakfast buffet is really lovely, but dinner, it has been cut back. But the thing I really don't like is that there's not a lot of places to eat at any given time of the day. So for breakfast, you can eat in the dining room or the buffet. For lunch, you can eat at Mass Grill or the buffet. For dinner, you can eat in the dining room or the buffet. I like having a little bit more variety, a little bit more casual, and the Mass Grill needs work. For as delicious and innovative and more high-end the food on the buffet is, the Mass Grill to me is like going to a concession stand at a football game. It's just a simple burger, a simple hot dog. Maybe you can get a turkey burger, and that's it. I mean, come on, let's liven the place up. Princess has tacos, pulled pork, loaded fries, all different kinds of options that you can get at their grill equivalent. So I think Celebrity can do a much better job using that Mass Grill space. I also think they could add a couple things to the coffee cafe. It only has sweets right now, so just different baked goods. I mean, even if they added like vegetable crudité or maybe a cute little charcuterie plate. So all of that would be a much better option than just having the buffet or the grill for lunch. Sit down dining, 9 out of 10. We had a terrific experience in the main dining room for dinner. The food was hot and fresh. Now, it's not a 10 because I found some of the food was very salty. In fact, it was so salty I couldn't eat it. In particular, the French onion soup. We ordered it on different nights thinking maybe we just kind of got a bad batch. And then both nights it was very, very salty. So that's why it's not a 10, but otherwise it was wonderful. We had a great experience. The food was very good. The food overall was better than what we had most recently on the Panorama. I would put it on par with what we had on the Wonder of the Seas, but I think the Prima still edges it out. So you can see all of those full reviews here on the channel as well. Specialty dining, 9 out of 10. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I think the pricing for Celebrity and Royal Caribbean's specialty dinners are a bit high, but I still think you get a very good experience. So in this trip, we ate at Le Petit Chef at Silk Harvest and at Sushi on 5, and the meals were very good for food quality. Now, I don't think I would eat at Le Petit Chef again. It's kind of a one and done experience, but the food quality was very good and I did enjoy the dinner. Entertainment, 10 out of 10. Celebrity Solstice had an incredible lineup of entertainers. There were 3 bands on board, 2 guitar players, a violin duo, as well as a DJ, and they used them beautifully, scheduling them all around the ship at different times. Now, usually if you've watched my previous reviews, you'll know this is where I generally deduct points because the shows don't have the same production value as those marquee Broadway productions like you'd find on Norwegian, or the flashy ice show or effector series that you would find on the Royal Caribbean big ships, but I still loved the shows. So the celebrity shows did not have that production value, but I still found myself clapping and laughing and just having a tremendous time. The choreography was fun and light, and it looked like the performers were having a terrific time doing it. So absolutely highly recommend the entertainment on this ship. It really wowed me. Service, 10 out of 10. I do need to give the caveat that our sailing was 50% full, so that may have contributed to the excellent service we received. It was personal, it was friendly, it was attentive. Overall, we had a terrific experience with all of the crew members we interacted with. Absolutely 10 out of 10. Value, 8 out of 10. For me, the lack of casual dining options is a real miss when you see other cruise lines like Norwegian and Carnival do it so well. So that brings down the value of the experience for me. I also think the specialty dining and the spa prices are quite high. So overall, that gives us an 8.5 out of 10. So that'll put it on par with the cruises I had on Norwegian Prima and the Carnival Celebration. The Carnival Panorama and the Wonder of the Seas kind of edged it out. The main issues with the Solstice are really that overall ship condition and the casual dining. Now, what do you think? Have you been on this Celebrity Solstice? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with my review? Otherwise, check out this full ship tour if you haven't seen it yet, or you can keep track of all my celebrity videos by watching this playlist.